Welcome back to part 2 of Feminism is Satan's Tool. Many women today say that they are Christian, and God says you're either with Him or you're against Him. But many deeds of women today go exactly against Christ and against God. Not just a little bit here or there, completely against God. So much so, you would think that these women are giving the middle finger to God. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of every woman is the man. 1 Corinthians 11:3. This clearly shows who is supposed to be in charge of who. There's a reason why men are in control and women are not. Men are responsible, women are not. Men are reliable, women are not. 1 Peter 3:1. Wives, likewise, be submissive to your own husbands, that even if some do not obey the word, they, without a word, may be won by their conduct of their wives. This means go out, be good, show your husband how it's done, not be a giant bitch, and be evil and manipulative and backstabbing. Proverbs 21:9. It is better to live in a corner of a roof than in a house shared with a contentious woman. This one speaks for itself, but I will explain what it means. It is better to live in a man cave than it is to share a house with a bitch. Proverbs 31:10-31. A truly good wife is the most precious treasure to a man. Her husband depends on her, and she never lets him down. She is good to him every day of her life, and with her own hands she gladly makes clothes. She is like a sailing ship that brings food from across the sea. She is her man's treasure because she obeys him, she listens to him, and she does exactly as he asks of her. She never lets him down. She is good to him every day of her life. This means that she actually wakes up every morning thinking about how to make my husband more happy. What can I do to satisfy my husband today? Not the rebellious little woman that you know who's probably sleeping in your bed next to you every night. Proverbs 31:20. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. Not she gives handies to poor and opens her legs to the needy. Titus 2:4-5. A godly woman is sober, loves her husband, loves her children, is discreet, is chaste, is a keeper at home, is good, obeys her husband. A foolish child is a father's ruin, and a quarrelsome wife is like the constant dripping of a leaky roof. Proverbs 19:13. 1 Timothy 3:11. In the same way, their wives are to be feminine, worthy of respect, not malicious talkers, but temperate and trustworthy in everything. Titus 2:4-5. And so train the young women to love their husbands, and children to be self-controlled, pure working, at home, kind and submissive to their own husbands, that the word of God may not be revealed. With all of this said, it is very clear that feminists have gone out of their way to give God the giant middle finger. And yet women call themselves Christian. Abortion is wrong. It is against God's will. If you have an abortion, you pretty much signed your own death certificate of burning in hell for eternity. Don't complain about it. You chose to do it. You disobeyed the man. You disobeyed your marriage vows. If you were married, if you were single, you also disobeyed God because He does not want you to have sex while you're single. You're supposed to get married first. I know that's a lot easier said than done. But on the other hand, it's not that hard either. Get to know the person first. God makes it very clear that He wants the woman to work at home, not in an office, not in the field. And this is why men still always say women don't belong on the battlefield. That's where men draw the line. That's where man puts his foot down, on the battlefield. Not in business or anywhere else. Stops at the battlefield. where she can get killed. So everything else is fine until she puts her own life at risk. Stupid manginas.